welcome to another episode of Making It with Darren. I'm your host, Darren Barr. This is darrenbarr.com. Today we are doing sauteed vegetable gnocchi.
Gnocchi?
Okay, so we've got our potato gnocchi here. Okay, we've got some lemon, some pasilla pepper. This is a pasilla chili. We've gutted it, chopped it up nicely. We're going to go ahead and saute that. We've also got some nice grape tomatoes and some sliced mushrooms. Over here, we've got a pan heating up. We're going to go ahead and add some extra virgin olive oil, and we can add a little more. Get it nice and coated, because this is going to end up being the basis for our sauce. So, once that olive oil is hot, what we're going to do is we're going to add our peppers and our tomatoes. And there's a trick to using whole tomatoes, and I'll show you in a minute. So, we've got that going. We're going to go ahead also, we're going to add a little bit of garlic. We were talking in one of our previous episodes about jar garlic compared to fresh garlic. You know, fresh garlic is a lot stronger. It's really potent, so you use 1 or 2 cloves and you really got it going. For crushed garlic out of the jar, it's really a lot milder. It's almost something completely different altogether. But we're going to go ahead and do that. Let that heat up. Okay, so we've got our peppers and our tomatoes and garlic. We're also going to add some nice fresh sliced white mushrooms. Those are just going to sit there like that. Okay? Have some nice lemons. Actually, this is 1 lemon. So we're going to squeeze this out. I've already kind of seeded this. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to let this saute for a little bit. All right, and while this is going on, we have our water boiling. We're going to add our gnocchi. The way you cook gnocchi, I like it just pre-packaged. It's so much easier than making it yourself. We're going to add this to the water. Oh, look, I'm losing gnocchis. Get rid of these. The trick to cooking gnocchi is when they rise to the top, they're done. So we're going to let those boil and sit. We've got our vegetables simmering. Okay, so I know we haven't talked a lot about seasonings, but it is something that you kind of have to deal with. For this, we're going to use something really basic. We're going to do some salt, some fresh cracked pepper, just a little bit here. A little bit of lemon pepper. Okay. And I like a little paprika on top of that. Gives it a nice brown color. Excellent. Alright, and now as these tomatoes are cooking, remember that trick I told you about earlier? Basically what we're going to do is when these are ready, we're going to take this wooden spoon and basically pop them. We're going to press against them, and they're going to burst inside there and kind of create... They're going to basically release their own juices, so to speak, and create a sauce in itself. So we're going to let these cook a little bit longer, and when they're ready, go ahead and we'll do that. So you see how the gnocchis are kind of floating here in the pot? Pretty much means that they're done. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off the heat, and turn this off, and I'm going to go put these in the colander over here. So we're back here with the sauce, and we are just bursting our tomatoes. See how they pop out? Make a nice sauce here. So we're going to keep popping these. Let this whole thing kind of just simmer. Right now I've got the flame on like a medium high. But you work with what you're comfortable with. Alright. So our tomatoes are just about done there. Alright, we're going to give this a nice stir. It looks like we're ready to add our gnocchi. Add the gnocchi to the sauce. Turn off the heat. Just fold that in lightly. Now we're ready to serve. So now, for good measure, bring this out here. We can garnish it with a little bit of fresh basil. Here like that. And gnocchi.